What makes brand storytelling so powerful, and what could you be missing out on if you're not currently using it in a business? I think it boils down to three things, and I'm going to share those with you right now. So before we get started, I want to ask you, are you having trouble coming up with good stories? Now, we're going to talk about stories in this video, but if you're having trouble coming up with good ones that you can use in business to influence other people, go to agentsgrowthacademy.com/stories. I've got a free download for you there. It's got a framework that you can use to take your clients' experiences and actually craft them into really powerful, influential stories that you can use to attract clients to you. So agentsgrowthacademy.com/stories. It's got the framework. It's got some good examples. And I even put together a little workbook that you can use to craft those influential stories. So what makes brand storytelling so darn powerful? Well, number one, it engages. It engages people like no other form of marketing. Folks, our brains are literally hardwired from thousands of years of telling stories to be swept away by them and engaged by them. If you think about movies or books or TV shows or podcasts, whatever it is, we get lost in them, don't we? Right? As a society, we love consuming them. As a matter of fact, there was a 2019 poll that came out that proved that the average person alive today will consume, are you ready for this? 78,000 hours of movies and TVs by the time they die. That is insane, but that shows you how much we are drawn to stories and that we get engaged by them. They just have this way of drawing us in and helping us feel what the character is feeling. I think it was like 3,600 of those hours alone are watching movies. That's insane. Our brains are literally hardwired to be engaged. And there's a reason for that. And the second reason that brand storytelling is so powerful is because stories demonstrate a transformation that occurs in the character that we ourselves want. And it's why we go back to movies and TVs and books and everything over and over and over, because we desire the same transformation that we see happening in these stories. A transformation basically closes a gap on a problem that we have. So let's use Star Wars as an example, because I love Star Wars. And I'm old school, so I'm going to go episode 4, A New Hope, which was the first movie released for Star Wars. And what was the gap that Luke Skywalker was trying to close? Well, he was living on this deadbeat planet, being raised by his aunt and uncle because his parents had died. Very appropriate, like all Disney movies have, start out with at least one parent dead. And now that Disney owns Star Wars, it totally makes sense, right? But he was having this problem where he just felt like, he didn't have much self-worth and he didn't really believe in himself. And so there's 3 parts to transformation that occur. Number 1 is normal. Okay. I just described how he felt. He felt like he was down on himself and he didn't believe in himself. He didn't think he could do anything more. He wanted to, he had this hope, but didn't really know how to do it. Right. Then there's a guide that usually comes and helps lead this person to a big event. In this case, it was Obi-Wan. Later, it was Yoda. Right. But the big event in this movie was literally when Luke shot the laser cannon into the Death Star to blow the whole thing up. And then number 3, the third part of the transformation is that there was a new normal. And literally they gave it away in the title of the movie. It was A New Hope. Luke now had a new hope, and so did all the other, band members of this rebellion now that were trying to overthrow the evil empire. Right. So there's this new normal that occurs, and Luke has more confidence in himself and all these other things. So again, the second reason why brand storytelling is so powerful is because it demonstrates a transformation that we want to see in ourselves. So how do you use that in business? If you're telling good stories for your clients or your prospective clients to see and engage, number one, with, so that they can experience or see what kind of transformation they could potentially have. Wow, they want to do business with you. And that leads us to the third thing that makes brand storytelling so powerful, which is that it builds trust. When they see that transformation and they say, I want that for myself, you've built this sense of trust. And if you've done your job right, good storytelling has relatable characters like Luke Skywalker. How many of us look at him and say, there is a part of me, or there was a part of me that felt a little hopeless, or that felt like, my lot in life was just, it was terrible and I didn't know what I was going to do, or I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself, right? At some point, we all feel like that. So he's relatable. And when you and your stories are relatable that you're telling in your business, your prospective clients, your investors, whoever it is that you're trying to influence, say, you get me. Yes, I feel that same way. I've been there before. You totally get me. And when that you get me moment is happening, there's literally a chemical that's firing off in our brains called oxytocin. And it makes us want to be around the person that's helping us engage in that transformative story more. So this is the power of brand storytelling. And what are you missing out on if you're not using it? Well, you could keep doing things the same way you've been doing them. Let me know how that goes. Or you could start to engage people, just like a movie or a really good book does. And you could demonstrate for them a transformation that's occurred maybe in some of your own clients. Remember, go to agentsgrowthacademy.com/stories to find that framework to learn how to take your clients' experiences and turn those into stories. So it's going to show you how to create, how to show them that transformative process that happens. And finally, the result that we want is that it helps build trust with the people that we're trying to influence. So folks, I encourage you to try this out. If you have questions about this, leave them in the comments. I would love to answer those for you. If you try this out and you're struggling with it, or you have success with it, let me know too. I would love to see that. Let me know in the comments. And if this has been helpful for you, please share it with people. Please like it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, you can connect with me. I'd love to learn more about what's going on and how I can help you in your process. Until next time, friends, be well and grow big or go home.